Hey guys, it's Officer Giordano. We're up here in the north end getting ready to do a patrol vlog. We got the officers inside right now in the substation off of 10th Avenue and 62nd Street doing roll call. So let's go inside, let's check up on them and get ready to go on patrol.
Am I supposed to say hi?
You can. All right, so we're gonna make our way now to the roll call room. This is where the officers start their day. They're briefed with any pertinent information that happened during the previous shift. But for today, the sergeant lieutenant, they're actually doing a DL check and an ammunition check. What that is that the sergeants and lieutenants, they run the driver's license of the officer to make sure that it is in proper accordance with state statutes, there's no violations on it, and they make sure that they have all of the ammunition that's supposed to be in their magazines and in their gun. So let's go and check it out. So what is this over here that you're doing?
Right now, I'm just checking. We do round check today, so we're just checking to make sure that everybody has their round count and their weapon as well as their pouch.
Are you checking out what the ammunition as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
yeah.
a little ammunition check, make sure that everything on the duty belt is supposed to be
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
No one's missing anything.
Awesome. All right, Officer Rodriguez.
Ooh, let's check the mail. Look at that.
So if you're a police officer, you go to roll call afterwards, you check out your mail. Every officer has a box that has mail inside of it. It's important that if they have any civilian that wants to contact them, they'll go to the front desk and they usually will pass that message on to the officer. Any in-house mail is also sent directly to their mailboxes. All right guys, so the roll call is over. The officers just went to their cars. I got my partner, Officer Rodriguez. She's gonna be pulling up now and I'm gonna jump in the car with her. All right guys, we're here, patrol day with Officer Rodriguez.
Hi.
So today we're gonna be patrolling which area?
The Model City Net area. It's in the North District of the City of Miami Police Department.
Cool, all right. So we wanna know how long you've been on and what's your role as a patrol officer? What do patrol officers do here in the North End?
Hey guys, I'm Officer Rodriguez. I've been on patrol for 1 year. I currently am in the Model City Net and my main responsibilities are to answer calls for service and engage with the community.
All right, so as she said, she's a patrol officer. It's a patrol vlog. The main role of a police officer that's on patrol is to handle calls for service and engage with the community. The engagement with the community has to do with a lot of community policing. They'll get out and they'll speak to the members that are in the community in the net area that they work. All right, so let's start our day. We're on patrol. We're gonna go ahead and see what the day has. I don't know, is there any calls or anything
We're gonna check if there's
going
any
on?
calls holding.
We're gonna see if there's any calls holding. They got this nice little laptop up here that shows everything. Everything that's going on in the city pops up, right?
Yes.
Pretty cool. All right, so first things first, an officer that's on patrol has to log in. They gotta log into their computer. They're gonna start the day. We got Officer Giggles over here. Ready to go. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go on patrol. All right. All right, so she's gonna log us in and we're gonna head out there. We're gonna see what's going on in Model City. As always, sometimes patrol is very quiet, nothing really happens. Other days, the calls can be totally hectic and nonstop. So hopefully everybody's safe today, but we're gonna head out there and see what's going on.
Safety first.
And safety first. All right, so we just got here, the first call of the day where it was an attempted robbery for an iPhone. It looks like the victim and his father are waiting for us, so let's get out and make contact with them.
All right, and what area did they flee? Did you see that?
Today they went that way.
They go that way, and then whenever they get on McDonald's, they make a left and get on 95.
And then when they attacked my wife, they went down.
Remember, we can't go on assumption. So you know for a fact when you saw the car, you saw the last two letters were LE. Okay. black male with short hair and a black hoodie and gray khaki pants with possibly black Nike shoes.
Just verify your right child with a black shirt and khaki pants.
It's a black hoodie with the khaki pants, correct.
All right, so we just finished that call. I'm gonna let Officer Rodriguez give you a little rundown of what just happened. I know that we got dispatched to a possible robbery, right?
Correct.
So what happened when we got here? We saw that kid standing outside.
So when we got here, the kid explained to me that what pretty much occurred was that he was getting home from work at 10 o'clock this morning, and when he got home, he was using his phone, at which point he put it in his back pocket. A black male unknown to him approached him and tried to rob him for his phone. They ended up in a fist fight and he fled from the house. The only thing...
Did anyone get hurt? Did the kid
Nobody
get hurt?
was hurt in this call. Everybody was fine. Fire rescue was not needed. The only thing that occurred was that it happened at 10 o'clock this morning and we got dispatched at 5 o'clock this afternoon because that was when he called the police. Okay.
All right, so after this call, the call is over. We gave him the case card. What's the next thing that a patrol officer does?
The next thing that we do is that we create the report. We have to put all the information, everything that occurred. So it's a narrative, any type of property that was taken, victims, where it occurred, the time that occurred. We have to include the vehicle that was used in the crime. They used it to get away.
And they got a partial tag on that.
They got a partial tag, which is the last two letters on there was Lima Echo LE.
Yeah, so these type of calls, they're serious calls at the end of the day because it was an attempt robbery. A person like this may have targeted him for a while, you know, might know him from the neighborhood, or that just might be what they do, you know, ride around and try to, you know, see if there's any victims that they can rob. So, you know, always be aware of your surroundings. You know, if you see something, say something, and if you're a victim of a crime, call the police right away. The officer's gonna finish up the report. When she knocks that out, then we're gonna check back in service and go on and continue our shift. All right, so a call just went out where there's several people fighting in the middle of the street. We're headed to 8th Avenue and 70th Street. Now, as a patrol officer, you know, right now it's just the two of us. We're thinking of officer safety. We want to see if, you know, if there's any weapons in anyone's hands. So we're checking the hands. We're looking to make sure that nobody is carrying a weapon, and we want to make sure nobody's injured. So, you know, those are the two primary concerns we have right now. You know, check for weapons, see if there's someone injured, and if the fight's actively being engaged in, is to help break it up so that nobody can have any severe bodily harm.
No, my son was over here and they said something about some shoes. I don't know what's going on. Since last week. Yeah.
Who are the boys? It's them two?
No, it's the boys over here with the shirt off.
The shirt off? Okay.
Yeah.
Did they actually fist fight or?
I don't know. I just came from my house.
Okay. So what shoes is it that the argument's over?
I don't know. We don't know what it is.
So then when he was telling me, I got out the car and left my trunk open, and he walked back there and he didn't take nothing. I ain't asked you nothing about no trunk or what was about no trunk.
He didn't take anything?
Yeah, he said the other day I left my trunk open and he didn't take nothing, he didn't see nothing. But I never asked you about no trunk. Only thing I was actually see who was you coming back here late night, trying to make sure you ain't got nothing going on coming back here late night. So he was like, oh, you left your trunk open and your shoe. I'm like, damn, I ain't asked him nothing about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then when he implicated the dude over here, so I told him I just want my shoes. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need, my shoes.
I understand, but here's the thing: if you don't have straight facts, you don't want to assume that someone just took something just because they said it. Maybe he's just being a. Give me a second. Maybe he's just trying to be a good person, like, you know, hey, you left your trunk open, and I didn't take anything, but you left your trunk open. So, is there anything else? Was there anything else that you guys need to tell me today that occurred today that you guys want a police report or anything like that for?
Yeah, I was here. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing.
All right, so that last call was a dispute over shoes. It was a $500 pair of shoes between two feuding neighbors. They were arguing over it. Nobody had a fight. It was just a verbal dispute over shoes. So Officer Rodriguez was able to mediate between the two parties and de-escalate it so that it can have a peaceful resolution, and both parties went their way. There was no fight, and everybody wound up leaving peacefully.
Right now, I'm just gonna clear the intersection so the other officer can come along.
I just got it from school.
All the units have a pathway clear.
You got blood on your hands?
Yeah. Hopefully I don't have it anywhere else. She said that their mom is 93 years old, that she's been needing help, that he doesn't pay anything, he's been living there rent-free, and that they had an argument. And the argument was that they were arguing over the fact that he's been living there for free and that she needs help, and then he swung that at her. So she's saying he stabbed her, and he's saying she stabbed herself. Yeah.
All right, so we're on the scene of a call where a female is stabbed in the head. We're still trying to figure out whether this was a domestic violence call or it was an attempted suicide. There's a lot going on right now with her story, and they're trying to get a good investigation going to figure out exactly what happened.
Yeah, but remember that she's trying to say that he stabbed her. So that's what I'm trying to say. We need witnesses on that report that's stating that he came out running and begging people for help because she's trying to stab her. That was his cousin?
Yeah, that's his cousin. His cousin is the lady that was standing here that's afraid. She came and she saw him out there and he called her.
You don't know what's going on?
Yeah, he's gonna go try.
When I cut the lights and opened the door, I saw her on the floor. She said, Anthony.
I know I was trying to pick her up. I don't know if I fell back. I don't know what.
Okay. She had a stab on her head.
I saw it. We were the ones that got out of the room. It was like this.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we're on the scene where a female was stabbed several times in the head and the neck. There was also a male on the scene that had lacerations as well. During the whole course of everything we were going through, we were trying to figure out whether this was a domestic violence scene or this was an attempted suicide. So I'm gonna turn it over to Officer Rodriguez, who is primary on this call, and she's gonna give you guys the rundown of what happened here.
We were dispatched in emergency mode in reference to a female possibly stabbing herself. Upon arrival, there was a lot of blood on scene. We rendered aid. When fire rescue arrived, they transported both the subject and the victim to JMH Trauma. Further investigation and with domestic violence investigators, we have come to find that the incident was a domestic violence incident.
So now with an incident like this, since it is domestic violence, it is a crime scene, you'll notice that there's crime scene tape up so that nobody comes in to contaminate the scene. And you gotta wait for the crime scene investigations also to show up to process it as well. All right, guys, so Officer Rodriguez has to do her report for the call. She needs to make some more phone calls with the detectives because a lot is still going on right now. Even though both parties have been transported, the case is fresh and is ongoing. So on that note, anything else you'd wanna say to our 15s out there?
Thank you guys for riding with me. I hope you guys had a good time. I learned a little bit about police work. And remember, if you see something, say something. And if you're a victim of a crime, call 911 immediately.
All right, so with that being said, 15s, everybody out there, do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. We're signing off. Have a good one.
Click the button to subscribe. Click it.
Click it.
Now.
Take care, guys.